Good energy. Good energy.
Hello, welcome to the Day There Dudes. I'm Izzy.
I'm Raka, and welcome back, one and all, as we now revisit the Invincibles. No.
The Boys, Diabolical.
Yes.
Well, actually, it's The Boys Presents ... Diabolical. It's an animated series with different episodes that some have to do with the boys, some have to do with the Seven, Homelander, and some have to do with people who aren't even involved with the Vault, but associated with Vault. So I think personally it was something that was just thrown in as filler because the boys wasn't ready yet. So we had to wait 2 more years until June 3rd, when we get season 3 of The Boys. So we're gonna go through
too much time.
Yeah, we're gonna go through every episode real quick, give a quick synopsis, give our 2 cents, and go on. Episode 1, Laser Baby's Day Out. Take it away.
All right, so this was like the silent treatment. This was a no dialogue short. They're all shorts. I thought it was very lighthearted. It was almost watching a little WB on a dark.
Well, it was very dark. It was very animated, very cutesy. And how you have this baby with the laser baby, and who, I guess, employee or employee who gets fired or whatever. No, he finds out that they want to kill the baby, and he goes.
Well, that's what happens. He gets attached, and if you're not the perfect super power, you're not marketable. You're not doing it, and that's a reoccurring theme in all these things. You get jettisoned out, or you get axed.
All right, you like it? Yes or no? Yay or nay?
Yay! It was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was adequate.
It wasn't great. It was good.
Episode 2, an animated short where pissed off soups kill their parents. Another animated episode where you have a bunch of losers, like Rocka was saying, a bunch of loser soups who have powers, and they have the most effed up powers there is. One guy has his crotch is on fire and he burns people. The other one has boobs for his face, and and they find out that their parents got paid and just got rid of them basically when they knew that their powers sucked. And they find out and try to get revenge and kill their parents for leaving them where they are.
And this is where the diabolical really comes in.
Yeah.
Because everyone's to blame. Vought, the parents, and these unfortunate discards. Instead of being eliminated, they're kind of like they're like babysat. And I don't know. They're almost like the ostracized rejects of the world. And they want to take revenge. It's dark, way darker than episode 1. I loved it. I thought it took it to another level. I was kind of in shock of where they took it. It was outright revenge, evil, and in some sinister, creative ways. I do have to say, whoever did write this episode and was creative enough to think this through was on some really good stuff.
So definitely yay on that one. All right, episode 3, I'm Your Pusher, which is now this is an interesting one because it takes the boys from the comic book version and brings them onto the screen in animated fashion. And you have this drug dealer played by Kieran Culkin, and there's this soup who's getting like a Hall of Fame or recognition or something, but he was never in the 7, but he's getting inducted or getting a statue or some nonsense. And Homelander is there, so they have the idea to put something in his enema, and like super heroin or something. So take it away.
And he flies, and that's all I think his superhero power is. Yeah. So this cast off in the ceremony, like you said, it's a little twisted. It's a pretty straightforward plot, pump his enema full of straight up jacked up drugs, get him all high as a kite. He's flying like Mach 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a public crowd, there's a gathering, and as you can imagine, it goes terribly awry. Blood splattering everywhere. Innocent bystanders and looking on tourists and whatnot get drenched in blood. It was diabolical. It was a super yay for me. I very much enjoyed it. Blood and guts everywhere. They spared no gore expense. They went all out.
Yay for that one as well. I enjoyed that.
That was clever.
Now we go to episode 4, Boyd in 3D. All right. Now this one wasn't as diabolical as the other ones. It was more a little more straightforward. You have this guy who doesn't like his looks, and he goes and he's in love with this girl who lives next door, and the girl gets kind of dumped on and messed her and abused by her ex, and he finds a way to increase his looks by putting this gel on his face, which who knows what the hell is on him, and he becomes super handsome and super big. She gets hold of it. She becomes a cat, and take it away.
I mean, it definitely is bizarre.
Yes.
I didn't know where this was going. It was interesting to play on normal people getting experiments and all this stuff. Spoiler alert, you find out towards the end that it wasn't all real happening. It was in this, Vought just really screws with people in such experimental ways.
Yeah.
But it does play on a little satire of society.
Yeah, it does. It kind of goes with the whole social media thing, which was kind of cool. But all in all, it did not mesh with the vibe for me of the whole Diabolical thing. So it's a nay for me.
Nay for me as well. It was this disappointing, a little lackluster and punch.
So we go move on to the next, which is episode 5?
5 BFFs.
BFFs, yes. Aquafina wrote and starred in this one, and there's this girl, and she gets a hold somehow of some compound V. She takes it, and then she has a superpower. She blows a fart, and it comes out a turd, a little piece of shit, and which she has control over, and she controls shit. Take it away, Rocco.
You have this awkward new girl in town who's trying to make friends, and she tries to buy drugs. You know what? Not even get into it. The whole storyline is disjointed. It doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense. Nope. It doesn't captivate you. This episode is a turd.
It was awful. Sorry. All right, episode was that 6, 7? I don't even know.
Well, Nubian versus Nubian 6.
You have some good voice acting here, which is appreciative. You had War Machine, and I forgot the girl from Archer. But yeah, they play superheroes, which they met beating up another guy who looked kind of like Wolverine, but he had hammers for fists.
Yeah, Groundhog, whatever his name was.
They eventually get married, and they have marital issues, and their daughter tries to
remedy the issues and re-spark the relationship by bringing back this Groundhog, which has been like a discontinued superhero living in shambles. I mean, they do not shy away from sexual innuendos, sex itself, daily bodily life with hammers, with hands, and limitations there. But I was on the fence about it, but then I actually did like it towards the end. It's a little bit above average. I'll give it a yay.
I give it a nay. I don't think it didn't really mesh well again with the boys. It wasn't very diabolical. So, and of course, Soraka. Moving on, John and Sung Hee. Now, this one, what can we say? Take it away.
I mean,
Yeah, it was this guy. His wife has cancer, and then
Terminal pancreatic cancer,
yeah,
right?
he has the
He-
idea
he-
to
he's a janitor. He
yeah,
works for Vought.
to inject compound B in her, thinking it's going to cure her or it's going to change her, which in turn it does, but it makes the
Blob entity or
yeah,
whatever it
tumor
was.
sentient, and it comes out of her and starts eating everything. And yeah, so I don't know. What do you think?
I thought it was not as creative as the rest at all. I thought it was pretty bland. Um,
Wasn't very diabolical either.
it wasn't that diabolical at all. It almost seemed like something that Compound V wouldn't take a sentient life of its own. It enhances human thing. It doesn't become its own thing. It was gory, it was bloody, but it's a nay. It just didn't jive.
Nay for Raka and a nay for me as well. Now, last but not least, we have the origin of Homelander. In a way, in the final episode, 1 + 1 = 2. Now, obviously, you had all the particulars playing their voices, which was awesome. And I actually really enjoyed this one.
I think this was the best of the best.
Yes, it showed, which is probably why they left it for last. It shows Homelander in one of the first appearances, how he comes to be and joins the Seven. And I didn't know this. He actually plays second fiddle to Black Noir, who Black Noir was the number one. Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. In the storyline of the comic book itself, Black Noir is basically Homelander in the same genetic sequence. They're almost the same as maybe without flight, but they're almost the same. And he was intended to be kind of like a security blanket. Like, should things go south, there's not much anyone could do except somebody like a Black Noir who could either subdue him, slow him down, or whatever. So they're very similar. I didn't know. Is this a divergent from the storyline, the canon that Black Noir was front and center, brought Homelander in, but really was more humble and rather be in the backdrop? Because at the end, again, spoiler, but you already watched it or you want to watch it. If you watch this, he feels threatened. He, being Homelander, feels threatened by Black Noir, jealous in a sense. And at the end, when he screwed up royally and killed everybody involved, Black Noir gave him an out and basically taught him how to be who he is, his role, and how he can still chase glory. And he didn't really care to be in the spotlight.
I'll take it one step further. I take it in a different way, in the sense that for me, Black Noir is Batman to Homelander, Superman. Black Noir is nowhere near as powerful as Homelander. And I think that Black Noir knew that Homelander losing his shit, he probably can't stop him. So he, in essence, forced himself to take a step back and say, you know what? Second place ain't that bad.
Yeah, this episode really showed a lot about their relationship and, of course, like you said, the origins of Homelander and how he eventually became that spokesman type.
And it almost makes you feel a tinge of sorry for Homelander.
Yeah, because within the episode, you have a series of flashbacks of how he was over and over again tested, experimented, ridiculed, berated, what have you, so that he can eventually be cultivated to be who he was. And as we all feel, this is going to come back to boost in a bad way. We're hoping in season 3 that they have groomed the monster. Yeah. And his handler is now dead.
Yes, his handler is now dead, which it was nice to see her in this episode, actually. But yes. Now, all in all, this series, it's like a little snack. A snack. Not a very good snack, but if you're real hungry, you have it. It'll hold you over to the main course. That's pretty much.
Well, it's like the Pixar movies where they have a little short in the beginning or at the end, and it kind of like whets your appetite. It keeps you, it warms you up. And yes, like you said, they had to give you something before the long delay before season 3. I was wondering in the background, I couldn't find any information on this, that some of the writers for some of the episodes were completely different, like Aquafina and other people. So I'm wondering, like, how this all came about. Did people submit on their own? Did they secretly quietly?
What I think happened was you had people who were fans of the show, and they said, you know what, here you go, give us an episode, give us a little thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because one person to do all this is quite an undertaking. Not to mention that person, Garth, and others will be preoccupied with making season 3 and doing other things. So, not to mention the animation wasn't consistent, right? So, some are more cartoonish, some are really.
Every episode has a different animation. Like some have over the top anime, some have freaking your normal animated like superhero style. Some look like just like the freaking.
The one with Aquafina looked like a really bad rudimentary anime. Yes,
which kind of, I think it was done on purpose to offset the disgusting story to
turd city of turds, all our new friends. Well, either way, you heard our take on it, the majority of which are watchable and enjoyable. So I definitely would recommend you watch it, fill that void, and hey, go back and rewatch season 1 and 2.
Scratch that itch. Not only that, but also look, these episodes are like what, 12 minutes each. So it's like each episode is like 14 minutes. I mean, 12 minutes with
oh yeah, quick.
So I mean, you could probably binge the whole thing in a day if need be. But there's like maybe, like I said, 3 or 4 standouts, and that's it. So all in all, please always like and let us know what you think. Subscribe to our channel. Appreciate everyone who's been doing that. Listen to our podcast as usual.
And save the whales.
I'm Izzy.
I'm Raka. Peace out, one and all. Thank you so much.
Take care, guys.